Meet the Duprees. They're the ones that run things behind the gates of their private community. The core four of the family are Father Vernon, his wife Anita, and their two daughters Nicole and Danny. Let's start with Nicole, or Dr. Nicole to you, whose life seems to be so perfect. She and her husband Ted, who's also a doctor, has 3 children, Martin and Catherine, and also Ted's nephew Andre, whom they've raised. Oh, but then there's Danny, who married Bill, and they had 2 daughters, Naomi and Chelsea. And after 30 years, their daughter Naomi moved her best friend Haley into the house, and she stole her man. And now they're getting married, and Danny's not happy about none of that. But how could she be? Listen, Dupree family, you've got our attention, and we're back again today to get the tea, and I'm here to pour it. Because we all want to know what happened today beyond the gates. Gatekeepers! Happy Tuesday, y'all. Come on in, get comfortable, scooch down a little bit so your fellow gatekeeper can get at them a seat there here on the bench with the rest of us while we sit down here and gossip about these Duprees, baby. Ooh, before we get into anything though, first things first, let us please do me a favor and like the video. If you haven't liked it yet, go on and put your like down there. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the page. We're only 24 people away from 2,000 subscribers. And look at here, I can't do it without you, because if I could, I'd go in there and join 24 times, but it won't let me do that. Okay, so it's up to y'all. Force a friend to come on over here and be a gatekeeper. You know, share the video with somebody today and say, hey, while you over there, go on and subscribe to the page and come on over here and gossip with us. Let me tell y'all something. The block was so hot today that this is why I'm late. I literally put my pen down so that I could just watch the show because I was just so verklempt, honey. I could not believe the things that I was seeing and hearing. Oh my God. I'm telling y'all, we need our big cups today. Oh, you gonna need a big cup today. A little cup won't do. A little dainty sip ain't gonna get it. Not today, baby. And y'all know how we do when it's big tea, right? When it's been a real good show. Y'all know how we bust in. Get ready to dance, gatekeepers. Let's do it.
Gatekeepers,
Get in here. The tea was hot. Get in here. The tea was hot. Open up the gates and get in here. Gatekeepers, gatekeepers, get in here.
what?
Sipping tea loudly. Now, no Danish sips today. Today, we got to come with it. So come on with it, okay? Woo, where to begin? Where to begin? Y'all know, today, I was first sitting there thinking, oh, here go that old boring Ashley and Derek again. But I ain't even minded because I'm telling y'all, the tea was hot. The block was hot. Before I even get into it, let me see what y'all talking about, because I know y'all been down here talking up a storm. Linda says, hello, gatekeepers. The tea is plentiful and piping hot today. I sincerely hope you're ready. Yes. Yes. If y'all got some, put some teacups down in the comments, honey. Find that emoji and put it on down there. Hey, Tony. Tony says, greetings, gatekeepers. Greetings. Miss Jen, wishing you all a superb day. I am so very ready for the tea and the croissants, honey. We do have croissants. We do have the croissants today. Tony Lynn said, I knew I recognized the actress who played Nicole on the Gates. She was a soap opera once on One Life to Live for 2 years, 2009 and 2010, playing Rachel Gannon, who was a lawyer. Did y'all know they're getting ready to add somebody else to the show? I didn't get to upload the pictures, so I'm going to show it to y'all tomorrow. But a new guy's coming on. Mm, mm, mm. Okay. Elaine says, "Hey, gatekeepers. Hey, Miss Elaine." Below Didi says, I always wonder how she says that at home. Is she like below Didi or below? I don't know, girl. One day you had to come on live and tell us. Okay, she says, "Hey, gatekeepers." Linda says, "Like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell." Ding. She's right about that. Hey, Blatant Truth. Blatant says hello to everybody and hello to you. Well, y'all, let's get into it because I didn't even have time to upload a whole bunch of pictures today because I was just in a chokehold. They just did too much behind the gate today. It was just so much to gossip about. All right, y'all, let's get to it. Let me find my first picture because I am just discombobulated. Okay, we're gonna start with Derek, Jacob, and Andre, because why not just with the Okay, so Derek and Jacob are down to the bar and they're talking. And oh wait, well it didn't start there. So let me back up because that's not where it started. That's where I was gonna start. So let me find this other picture of Nurse Messy. Okay. Well, Nurse Messy is on the phone glowing about the upcoming documentary and how she's so much ready for fame. And Andre and Ashley are over in the corner talking, and she's feeling, what she's telling him is like, "I'm just feeling that you're avoiding me, and I just don't know why you're doing that. So stop ghosting me." And so he's just looking at her like, "What?" Because she need to make up her mind. Girl, is you in, or is you out? Okay. So Jacob and Derek are down to the bar, and they're talking, and he's teasing him about this picture that was taken of him because it was not a good picture. It really wasn't. Let me see if I uploaded that picture. I know if you've seen it already, but if not, you'll see it later. But Andre had taken a not so very flattering picture of Derek, and they kind of joking about that. And so at the same time, Derek is no, Jacob is asking Derek, like, "Well, what you," because Derek said, "Well, he takes good pictures of Ashley." He's like, what are you doing taking pictures of Ashley?" He's like, "Well, it was for that when they delivered that baby or whatever." And Jacob like, "I don't know about that, man." Well, back down to the hospital. Nurse Messy is still on the phone because that girl, one thing that girl can do, baby, she can gossip. She talking about Dr. Nicole and she talking about Eva and Laura and her accident. We need her behind the gates because she got the tea for real. I know we won't miss nothing if we got her on our team. Somebody reach out, let her know we over here. Anyway, she's still talking and she's over there looking at Ashley and Derek. Well, let me take that back. She just being suspicious about why they're in the corner talking like that, all quiet, like. So it is her duty to move over to the other side of the desk so that she can see exactly what is being discussed around here because she got to be in the know. You know she do. Okay. So when Jacob reaches out to shake Ashley's hand, he lingers. And he got that thumb, when somebody shaking your hand and they rub their thumb across your hand, and that's kind of what he did to Ashley. And she like, okay, okay. Well, Derek and Jacob are still back to the thing talking, and he's saying, "Well, you know what? You should be good. You should be glad because Andre should be leaving town soon on his new job. Charlie, not though. He's not going nowhere. No, 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 no. He's gonna be right here, Derek. Don't you worry about it. He's gonna be right here to 10 after Ashley. So don't you worry about it. Well, child, Ashley is still down to the hospital. I thought I had taken a let me see, did I get this picture of them holding hands? Because it had got on my nerve. I did take it, but I didn't upload it. So I just have to go back to this picture. Well, Ashley is still down to the hospital, looking all googly eyed. And Nurse Messy is being sure that she sees every single moment of it because she grinning from ear to ear like a Cheshire cat. She is. And later on, she gonna tell about herself because she like her some Andre herself. Well, Jacob sees his partner Marcel over at the bar, And so he decides to go over there and talk to him. And they have a conversation that was really not so. He was like, I know my dad told you to be nice to me and, all this other stuff. But let me be honest with y'all. I ain't really care what they was talking about. But here goes his picture. They was over there talking. And I ain't really care what they was talking about because the other tea was too hot. Okay. So anyway, Andre, who knows that he can just show up at the wrong time, ends up pulling up to the bar too. So while Jacob was over there talking to Marcel, he goes over there and sits down and starts talking to Derek. And he's like, how'd you like your picture? Then he was like, man, you ain't took no good picture of me. And he was like, oh, well, he said, but you get some pictures you get some good pictures of Ash. So um, he tells him about the documentary. He's like, yeah, but I'm going to be doing a documentary soon. And he's like, about what? He was like, the nurses. And Derek looking at him like, you son of a gun, you. Because he know Andre being slick. Is y'all gonna watch the documentary about the nurses? Because Lord knows I don't even want to go through watching them talk about filming it because it's gonna be boring. Lord Jesus. Okay, so anyway, Derek, uh, Derek is sitting there talking to him, and then Naomi finally makes it in, and she looks over there and she's like, "Oh, looks like Derek's made a new friend." She told her husband, and I wonder just how much does Naomi know? Because Ashley was on the phone talking to her, right? And they are best friends. So I think she know. But we're gonna have to wait to find out. Hmm. But listen to this. Look, 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 look what had happened. When Ashley gets home, Derek tells her they gonna have a dinner guest tonight. Guess who coming over? Andre. He done invited Andre over. He said I felt bad about giving him a hard time about the picture he had took of me. So I invited him over for dinner tonight. Ooh, girl, put another shrimp on the Barbie. Andre's coming to town. Well, Andre was down to the hospital, worried about whether or not if he should go or not. And then Nurse Messy walked over there because you know how much she likes to be helpful and nosy. And she's like, what's going on? I can see something's on your mind. And so he ends up telling her, well, I got invited to a dinner and I really don't want to go. And she's like, well, when did you get invited? He was like, today. And she said, well, you can't cancel then. So I tell you what, just go, pretend like something came up and make an excuse to leave, and boom, you out. Child, she's so eager to get her a piece of this Andre. Girl, you ain't got to worry. You can get a piece of Andre. Andre like a ride down to the amusement park. Just hold on, keep your ticket in your hand. They will call you forth and you will get the ride on the ride too. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, girl. You will have your chance too. Let me see where y'all at before I go to this next section. Okay, hold on. Let me bag up now. She said Didi is fine. Thank you, Didi. Or just below. Okay, girl. Elaine says, I like Nurse Messy. She is actually better with Andre than Ashley is, though. Danny has crazy chemistry with Andre. Well, they do have some kind of crazy chemistry, and maybe because they both crazy. You know. We think they crazy. Does that make them crazy? I think it do. But anyway, Nurse Messy she is messy. She is just a mess. We need her back here with us behind the gates. Girl, come on, be a gatekeeper, girl. Bladen says, I like Shanice this episode. I did too, though. I ain't gonna tell no lie. I was like, I hope to see more of her and Vessa Ashley. That would be real, real nice. But they better not get rid of her because I do like her now. Linda said, neither look happy. Neither do. Neither do. Okay, so Chelsea is talking with her mom and she apologized. She came back and she apologized to her mother because remember she had walked out. She was like, I just want to do my own thing. And she walked out and she came back and apologized. She says, I just want you to understand that it's not personal. It's just it's not a case of wanting you out of my life. I just want to be independent to do this thing on my own like a big girl. She want to be a big girl, mama. Let her be a big girl. So Danny felt that there should be something that she could do. She's like, there's something. I know it's something. She says, but you don't have to worry. I won't try to monopolize things. I just want to help. So then Danny certainly realizes that she's viewing things with her daughter the same way as she did with Bill, like that she's abandoning her, like Bill abandoned her for Haley, only this time it's Kat that's replacing her. And I think that's good news that she's aware that she's having those feelings. Now, if she would stay on this kind of self reflection and awareness, we might get somewhere. Danny. Well, Danny told Chelsea not to worry. She didn't do anything wrong, but in fact was setting her free. And Chelsea told her she will always be on her side. But Danny still looks sad. She did, because she just want to help. Once Chelsea leaves, Danny is doing damage control, trying to talk to those promoters about breaking this contract. Well, they never signed it, but not honoring the contract, if you will, not signing it because Chelsea has moved on to other things. But she's like, look, I'll be able to get you something even better. Don't worry about it. And then she went on and grabbed her a drink to calm her nerves because, honey, this is too much. It's just too much for Danny. This is too much. Too much is going on. Well, let me see before I move to the next part. Nobody said anything. Okay, let me grab this picture now because we're going to move to Naomi and Bill. Oh wait, I shouldn't start with that picture. Okay, so Naomi is at the cafe talking over the case with the women, and they told her that they decided that they wanted to drop it. And she says, "How much did my daddy offer y'all to settle?" And they're surprised that she knows that. She told him, she said, "I also know he didn't offer you no amount or no details about the settlement because I know my dad." Well, Bill and Haley are at his office talking, and she's like, "I got a chance to talk to Naomi, my ex-best friend." And Bill told her, "You need to stay out of that. Ain't nobody asked you to fix nothing, Haley. Haley, you better listen to Bill, girl. Because the worst thing you could do, Miss Ex-Mistress, is put your hand in this man's family life, his real family life. You just a chick on the side with a ring, girl. Stop trying to act like you family. You ain't family. You ain't family. You just got a credit card to use. Do you even have a bank account with your name on it? Huh? Because see, a man could never get me with the just take a credit card. What's your name on, girl? Because I got a feeling it ain't going to be much. Because you messing with Bill. And Bill is Bill. Okay? Anyway, he told her to just leave things alone. Then she, "Well, I didn't want to tell you about it. I had got snubbed at the club again." And he's like, "Really, what happened?" "Well, I had a thing to do doubles at the tennis thing, and they said that I got bumped." Now my thing is, who was you about to play tennis with at the country club, huh? Who, Haley? Cause I think you're lying. And I think when Bill finally talked to these, well, no, we did see the people snub her because I was wondering if she was lying. But we did see the waiters and stuff didn't wait on her. But anyway, stop acting like you don't want Bill to fix something. You keep running and tell Bill everything. "Bill, they didn't give me no water. Bill, they took away my thing." Girl, stand up and be a woman and do something about yourself because I wouldn't have to go get my husband. Okay? I'm going to play tennis anyway. What you going to do? Put me out? Call the popo? What you going to do? Okay, so anyway, Naomi talking with the women again, she wants them to know that dropping the case does not mean that things will be over with Bill. Because Bill ain't about to forget it, baby. What you talking? You better fight. Because fight or no, Bill gonna come for you. Don't he sound like somebody else we know who shall remain nameless? But anyway, the next group of women, she said, are gonna suffer if you all don't do anything and drop this case. She said, "Listen, my dad knows this case has merit." And she's very compelling in her speech with them because she's right. They got to fight. Fight, 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 fight. World star. Y'all got to fight, honey. It ain't over. Mm-mm. So Bill picks up the phone to call Gabe down to the club, who I think is the president of the club. But Naomi came in. Let me find that picture. Naomi came in and interrupted him. So he hung up the phone. He's like, "What's up?" And she said, "Well, I came by." He's like, "Yeah, I know your women are dropping the case." She was like, No, they not. We not dropping nothing. hmm We got to sue for the good of women everywhere. Because people still got hurt. That game's still on. But Bill looked impressed. Bill is impressed that his daughter wants to sue him. How sweet is that? That's just as sweet as pie. Let me see. Oh, I think I moved all this so I can move that. I have never had so many notes on one show. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm gonna stop halfway here just because I know y'all talking. I got to see what y'all saying. Well, meanwhile, Naomi and Bill are talking. And Chelsea is on the phone at the diner talking to Kat. And she's like, girl, I talked to my mama. I feel real bad about what had happened and everything. And then she brings up Haley and she says, my mom had this perfect life. We all did. Before that husband stealing, home wrecking stepmother, no, step monster, she called her, came along. And as the words was coming out of her mouth, she turns around and Haley was standing right there behind her, just sopping up everything like a biscuit. Sopping it up like gravy, like biscuit, like you were like a biscuit sopping up gravy. She just sopping it up. Oh, is you talking about me? Yeah, we talking about you. Who else? Didn't we just call your name? Huh? Home wrecker? Who else we talking about up in here? Let me see if I can find this picture. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, wait, it's playing in the background. Okay, so hold on, y'all. Let me find this picture because I know I uploaded it. Yeah. Okay, so she turns around and Haley all up in her face, just all up in her face, and she's just tired of it. Wait, that's her and her mother. Hold on. I hope I didn't upload the wrong picture. Hold on, y'all. I think I did. Hold on. Ooh. Oh no, there it is. Okay, so Haley popped up on her. Well, I did all that just to go back to another picture because I was done talking about that section. So let me go back and find this picture here. Okay, so Naomi is telling her dad that she knows how he operates. She said, you push and push and push until you get what you want. She said, sending Haley to yap at me wasn't the way to go. Girl, no, you not. No, you ain't call that girl no chihuahua like she, nipping at your heels. Cause she do kind of sound like one. She do kind of remind me of that. Anyway, she said, you over here threatening folks with bankruptcy and all of that. She said, what you need to do is cease and desist your wife. Get her up off my back, because I ain't for dealing with all that. It is not my fault that she is the outcast of Marigold Road behind these gates. Okay? She went on to tell her daddy, she said, you are not Mr. Magic. That was mom casting her light on you. And people love her and hate what you did to her. And nothing's going to change that. She has people in the palm of her hand, and that's where they're going to stay. Because my mama got it like that. Mm-hmm. She went in there and read her daddy, baby. Tony says, Haley should call Bill Dollar Bill. He is only money and sugar daddy to her. Ain't that the truth, though? That's all he do is pass out money and kisses and sweet words. He ain't thinking about you, girl. But we got to figure out what did he want her for, though. Because there's got to be a reason. Elaine says, is she still working or not? How is Bill at work but you playing tennis? Well, she ain't got to come. I mean, she ain't really got to come in like that. I mean, but is she still getting a check with her name on it? Or are you just, spending on the credit card? I mean, I'm just trying to figure it out, girl, because you ain't supposed to do it like that, boo-boo. But you young and dumb. You may be young and you foolish. Girl, 'cause you don't know no better. You need some older friends. See, while you was busy sleeping with Danny, man, you should have been getting some advice from her on how to deal with these older men if you want to be out here doing that, girl, because this ain't how you do it, boo. You is messing up. Okay. Haley, child, let me hold on, because I got to calm myself down. Let me take this down. Let me get back over here to these pictures. Hold on. Let me find this picture again. Baby Haley sat down and she want to talk to Chelsea. Child, it was on and popping. It was on and popping. Okay. Chelsea said, this is what Chelsea said. Hold on, let me find this first before I make one move. Chelsea said, you shouldn't She said, shouldn't you be down to the country club instead of down here to this diner? Hmm? Ain't that why you married up? Hmm? So you could have the finer things in life. Hmm? Ain't that what you supposed to be doing? And of course, Haley goes into her, I married for love. I married Bill for love. Why can't anybody see that it was all love? Girl, would you shut up? We are bored with you, with the you in love. With that being the reason why you took somebody, man. Girl, go sit down. And sidebar, since you know that's how you stole Bill, why is you all upset about Miss Woo Woo over there touching on Bill? Huh? You didn't think nothing was wrong with it when you was doing. Maybe they gonna fall in love too. But you seem to know that now that he yours, that you shouldn't be putting your hands on somebody's husband. Now you seem to got to understand it. Girl, get on away from here. Okay. She says, and because of that, because I'm married for love, I've garnered the wrath of everyone in the community. And Chelsea fired back, well, maybe you should move. Hmm? Maybe you should move. Hmm? Helpful. Maybe you should move. Maybe you've made your bed. And Haley says, and I'm lying in it. Chelsea says, and that's your specialty, getting comfortable in other folks' beds. Ooh, yeah, sip tea quietly. Shh, be quiet. There's a reading going on. She said, you gonna sit up here and you lied to my sister about being her best friend? You cozied up to my daddy? Huh? And that was gross. You lied to my mother about pretending to be trustworthy? You lied about that, didn't you? Huh? And then you're going to sit up here and want somebody to feel sorry for you? Do you have any idea the pain that you've caused? You home wrecking husband stiller? Huh? Girl. And then here come Haley talking about, but the pain Danny has caused me. Girl, what? Come what? Come what now? You think we supposed to care about the pain that you caused yourself by putting your hand in somebody else's life? This what happened when you put your hands in the mouth of a lion, you get bit. Did nobody tell you that? Hmm? I guess not. Well, lean in, cause hold on. Let me find it first. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Cause I'm telling y'all, they wore me out today. I was tired. I was tired. Okay, lean in, because I don't want nobody to hear this. Listen. Danny is at home minding her business, drinking her good drink. Okay? Her Grey Goose or whatever it is she's sipping on. And her phone rings. And babe, ooh, I like to fill out my chair because her phone rang and it was Bill. Ooh, it's just too much. It's just too much. I just can't take it. But I love it. Ooh, y'all gossip too much. But listen, Bill said, I would like to talk to you. And it no need to be on the phone. We need to talk face to face. She said, mm-hmm. He said, well, I could come by now if you're available. She said, okay. Baby, Danny jumped off that couch and ran up them stairs, grinning and teeing all the way up the stairs. I don't blame her. I don't blame her because she running up there to get as cute as she can. Okay? Gonna get as fine as she can get in a few minutes. I ain't mad at her. Let me see what y'all talking about before I go any further. Hold on. Hold on. Let me bag up now. Haley should. Oh, wait, we read that one. We read that one. Blatant Truth says Chelsea gave her the baby. Did she not read her for filth? It was so undignified, but I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. Okay. Didi says, I can't wait until Haley gets her comeuppance because Bill ain't loyal to nobody, and he ain't. He sure ain't. But I tell you what, he will end up being more loyal to Danny than he will be to Haley because you don't know no man for 30 years, baby, and think that it's just like that. It's over like that. No, it's not. Don't you be no fool. Danny's still beautiful, dear. Danny's still popping. Danny's still popular. Danny is still all of the things of the things. She might be a little crazy, but he knew that when he had her. So that ain't nothing that's gonna stop him. Okay. So little Haley, you may as well get ready, baby, because when the bop get the bopping your way, it's gonna be something. We're going back down here to Chelsea and Haley, because she was giving her the business. Do you hear me? I was proud of her. Mm, mm, mm. Wait a minute, I keep pulling up that picture. Hold on, where is this picture them at now? Oh, I see why I can't find it because I'm looking for the wrong thing. Okay, so Chelsea said, "My mom is trying to do better," and Haley said, "Did Danny tell you? Did Danny tell you that?" See, sidebar. I'm sure before you stole her man, you used to call her Mrs. Richardson. I bet you did. I bet you did. But now it's Danny. The disrespect of it all, young lady. But anyway, she said, well, she went on to say that that was before she said, did she tell you about she broke in my house? Huh? Did she tell you how she drank up all our wine like Goldilocks did in the Three Bears? Huh? Did she tell you how she broke a picture of me and Bill? Did your mama tell you that? Chelsea said, I've been busy. And Haley says, so has she. She says, now, I didn't grow up with, she says, no, wait. She says, hold on, wait, because I want to get this right, because this read was good. She says, did you know that? Chelsea said, I've been busy. And Haley said, so has she. She says, no, I didn't grow up with my mother. But if I had, I would have known uh, when she's struggling and to get her some help. Girl, I know you did not. I know you didn't. See, you just asking for trouble now, because baby, I wish you had said something to me like that. I'd have started laughing and been like, oh, I'd have been like the lady was in what was that movie? Harlem Nights. Oh, you want to shoot off people pinky toe. That's what I'd have been like. I'd been like, oh, you really trying to do it. Girl, let's go. Let's do it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Okay. So Chelsea said, you and my daddy did this to my mother. You know that? She says, and then Haley's like, your mama's out of control. Can you see that your mama's out of control? Now, she says, what if somebody gets seriously hurt? Girl, somebody is going to get seriously hurt, and it's going to be your feelings. Because Bill over the Danny house right now. He over there right now about to hurt all your feelings, okay? Okay. Well. Let me find this picture, y'all, because I thought I got something to say about this picture right here. Hold on. Here's this picture at? Hold on. Oh, I know where I put it under. This right here. Because Bill fine. I don't care what y'all. Now, Bill may be a summer gun, but Bill fine. Don't he look like he smell good in this picture? Y'all better tell the truth. Bill done came in that suit laying on him, baby. And Danny wasn't playing with him either, because look what Danny got on. Danny was like, put on my red dress and then my high heels. She ain't playing with him neither, but we ain't gonna act like that Bill ain't wearing that suit. Child, I'd have fan myself and been like, girl, remember what he did. Remember what he did. Remember what he did. Remember we don't like him. Remember we don't like him. I know that's what you got to tell us. Anyway, oh, wait a minute. Let me see if they still talk. Okay, I think I was supposed to get rid of this one. Okay, so a Bill comes in and he's making small talk. Offers to get Danny a drink too. You want a drink? You do like it dirty on the rocks. Blah, 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 blah. You know how people do. Trying to be out familiar. Bill, we see you, Bill. Yeah, pour me a drink too. Okay. Anyway, Danny looking like, man, I know your moves, but he better remember hers. Cause Danny know you, Bill. Girl. He know you, Bill. She know you, Bill. You better know that. Okay. Well, he making drinks and looking good, and I know it's smelling good. And he over there talking about how nice the house look and how upset he was about that pink couch when she first said that she was gonna get it. And look how it all turned out. He just full of all kinds of compliments. We like that, Bill, but calm down, young man. You are married to someone else now, okay? Then he started talking about the other house, that one of their vacation homes, and selling that off. Do you still have the paperwork for that? So she goes and get that, and she gets that, but it's in a photo album that she has. And so they start reminiscing. Child, that reminiscing ain't never no good. It ain't no good. Don't be reminiscing. Don't fall for reminiscing. Don't trade places what we've been through. Don't trade places for what we've been through. Don't do it, Danny. Don't you listen, girl. Don't be reminiscing. Not why Bill got on that good smelling cologne, girl, in that suit. Don't do it. Don't do it, Danny. We trying to save you, girl. But anyway, I don't know who playing who right now. I don't know if Danny playing him or he playing Danny or both of them playing. I don't know. But it was interesting to watch. He looking at pictures and he telling Danny how fine she was and how all the men had liked her then. They was looking at you. And she said, no. And he said, no, 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 no. We ain't gonna lie about it, girl. You had it going on. We don't tell no lie about it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then he said, well, the only thing I hate is that my daughters hate me now. She said, they don't hate you, Bill. They just are deeply disappointed by what you did. And he appreciated her telling him that. Bill, is that why you over there? Is you trying to get Danny to soften the girls for you? Is that why you there? Is you over there trying to do something to manipulate her to get Naomi to drop this case? Because we got our eye on you. But Danny do too. She ain't no fool. She may be a fool for you, but she ain't no fool. You must want her to pull that pop out again. I don't know. Anyway, Anyway, he said, I appreciate you telling me that and everything. And then he mentions about the lawsuit. And Danny's like, what lawsuit? He said, you didn't know? She said, no. He said, yeah, she's suing me. And Danny started laughing. And even he had to laugh at that because, again, I think he's proud that she's suing her. She said, I I have to admit that I'm proud of my daughter for doing that. But Danny know you still trying to slowly crawl back over that hug. We know. We see you, Bill. You want this and that. Oh, we got your number. But we're gonna have to wait to see how it turns out. But she says, I'm proud of Naomi for taking you on, Bill. He says, yeah, because she's Team Danny, just like everybody else. And she's like, who is this team? What are you talking about? Well, back down to the whatever this thing is, this diner thing. Haley and Chelsea are still talking because baby Chelsea ain't through with her yet. Chelsea ain't read enough. So Chelsea said, she says, I can't control my mother. And Haley says, but you can control how you treat your father. And I just want you to do what's right. Girl, who is you to tell somebody about what's right, wrong, good, bad, up, down, or indifferent? Who is you? She said, he loves you, and that's unshakable. And I wish you, she says, he loves you, and that's unshakable. She says, I wish I had a dad that loved me like that. And she says, well, I hope you find your way to forgive him because he can't lose his girls. Naomi is talking to Jacob and she hopes that her motives are right for suing her dad. I just threw that in because they threw it in. Well, back to Haley and Chelsea. Chelsea was like, you got the nerve to think that I should help you fix what you broke? And Haley wants things to just work out. Chelsea told her, whatever happens with her and her dad is none of your affair. Affair. She said, see what I did there? That's none of your affair. Maybe Chelsea was on her to the minute she walked out that door. She was like, girl, if you don't get up out my face talking about to me, to my daddy, girl. Well, she said, I'll think about it. And then she walks on out. Okay, y'all. This is where This is where I need y'all to calm down. Just calm down ahead of time. Calm down. Because I know how overly excited y'all can get about stuff. Oh my God. Whew. Okay, so here what had happened was, right? Danny and Bill are still over there flirting and stuff, right? And still talking over the good times and the this and the that and yiggity diggity diggity dig. And somebody started scooching over, not scooting over, but scooching over. Danny was scooching, but I think Bill was scooching over too, until they was closer and closer and closer. And then Danny leaned in and she just leaped over there and got her a kiss. I said, she put her lips on Bill. Ooh, but the thing is, Bill kissed her back. I forgot to put the picture up. I'm over here so busy playing them effects. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. They locking lips. They locking lips. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Baby, this episode today was too much. It was so much I didn't even have time to write down no questions for y'all. So now I got to think about it. Let me think about it. So in next week's, hold on before I get to questions. Let me go to y'all because I know y'all now have been down here talking up a storm. Hold on. Linda said, ooh. Tony says, I think Haley might be a billion name. Wait a minute. I think Haley might be billion name Sherry daughter. She is a scammer and manipulated like her. I think Haley may be. You think she may be Sherry's daughter? That would be too much. Wouldn't that be too much? Ooh, child, don't pour that kind of tea because we ain't ready for all that. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna leave this kiss up on the stage, up on the thing. Because that's what she gonna get. She says Danny is in heaven now and is. She just want his extra time and his kiss. Child, it's too much. It's too much. You know, one thing about this show, they done come in just with a uppercut and a boom, pow, pow, boom. Like it's just been too much so soon. I mean, ooh, child. I know y'all was wore out today too, because I know I was. I just did not know. So now I got to think up some questions. Let me think. So they did show in the previews for later that Danny is down there to Bill's office. Like, where's my husband? I have the right to know where my husband is. Oh, wait, I got some more comments down here. She said, Bill is in trouble. Elaine said, oh, so good. Child, she's like, I got the right to know where my husband is. So, will Haley find out that Bill has been down to Danny's house locking lips? Will Haley feel that that's all right? Because since she was in love, that's what led her to mess with Bill. Girl, I mean, she know about Bill too. So don't be mad. Don't be mad. You said a little emotion to make it all right, right, girl? What's gonna happen when what's gonna happen when what's that boy's name? Andre and Ashley start shooting this documentary. Are they gonna bore us to death? Or is it gonna be some real good tea? We don't know. We don't know. And again, where's Leslie, Laura, Sherry, Dana, Mary, Susie at? Is she still down to the wig shop? Girl, where you at? Clock in. We need you. Ooh, all right, y'all. I am completely worn out, but I got to tell y'all how happy I be to be on here and talk to y'all. Cause I could not wait to get, baby. When I tell you, when this kiss right here on this screen took place, when I tell you, ooh, baby, I just sat there, staying in space for a minute. Cause I could not. I could not. Hold on, I want to write a message to you guys. And anyway, y'all got any more y'all want to say before we get out of here? I need to write one last message down here. Okay. Y'all got any more y'all down there talking about? Mm-hmm. Because I'm looking forward to the next time, y'all. I just don't know. I could not wait to get on and talk to y'all because I ain't never been watching nothing and I could not write no more. I was like, oh my God, I got to see. I had to really see what was going on. Okay. Whew, all right, y'all. After all of that, I know y'all are all still pretty excited and gonna be talking about it all day long, but I need y'all.
Calm down. Calm down. Calm down.
Oh my God.
Down.
So calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Because I'm sure it's going to be some more stuff going on y'all ain't going to be able to handle. All right, y'all, listen. I'm so glad that you all were able to come over here and join me again today. I hope that everybody has a great evening. Tell a friend to get over here and come gossip with us. Be a gatekeeper. All right? And as always, I hope you're having a great day, but if not, there is still some time left. Why not see what you can do to turn it into one anyway? We'll chat tomorrow. Bye.
How did you get beyond the gates? Be gone.
Tell absolutely no one that I'm the one that let you in behind the gates. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.